How do we find your desired fat percentage? I'm going to tell you. In fact, I'm going to show you because I have a table and tables are always right. Ready? One, two, three. Okay, here's my trusty table. On the left, you have your category of people. Okay, your people with essential fat, your athletes, your fitness category, your the category that will be classed as acceptable, and the category of obese people. Okay. And on the right, you have the percentages that match those categories on the left. At the top, you have your essential fat, which is your 2 to 5% fat. And this will be for competing bodybuilders, if you want to say. And most of us are not going to be there. So on to the next. Your athletic category or your athletes category, sorry, which is between 6 and 13. When you think of that ideal beach body, that's what you're thinking of. Then you have your fitness category, which is also beach body, but as you go more towards the 17%, which is heading into the acceptable category, it's less defined. Okay. So you won't really see a six pack. You might see it just poking its little face, but depending on where you store fat on your body, that's just going to be the determining factor, really. And then below that, you have your acceptable category, which is just basically a low health risk. Within the acceptable category, you're not really sculpted. You can't really see what your muscles look like. Um, it's more of a health thing. You're not too embarrassed in what you wear because your body's not bulging out too much in certain places, unless you go towards the obesity side of it, which then you might start to see through your clothing. Okay. And then you have obesity, which comes with a whole bunch of health risks, and that's not where we want to be. And that's what I'm going to try and reduce. Okay. So we have all of those categories. Now let's start looking at what they actually look like visually. And I've got this. So first of all, I've got this from a site called what's this? Ultimateperformance.com. So shout out to them for just putting this picture up. Um, if we take a look at this guy, 8% fat, shredded, complete. Yeah, he just looks like the complete man. I guess we can all agree on that. Next, you have your 10% fat, and this is another shredded body. Now, what I want to bring to light really quickly is when you're training for like your sub 10%, your training is going to be very focused on building muscle. Okay. Very focused on building muscle. So it's very likely will change from the training you will receive on this program. Okay. It's very likely you'll be in the gym a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. So an ideal body fat is around that 13 to 15%. Now, if we turn the attention to the women, for example, look at the major difference. Okay. Because women naturally hold more fat, 15% to a lady will be different to 15% to a man. So for your desired fat percentage, I would suggest putting it at around 14. If you're already around that area, put it to 10 or 11. And if you want to go sub 10 or below 10, your training is going to have to change completely. And that's your desired fat.